Demonstrators in Hong Kong are expecting the biggest protests yet and preparing for the possibility of a crackdown. They've been on the streets for days to show their unhappiness with moves by the Chinese government to restrict voting choices. And a national holiday is being seen as a test of strength for all sides. Andrew Lee is in Hong Kong with the latest.
Thunder echoed through downtown Hong Kong in a rather ominous and threatening way as heavy rain pelted down on the umbrella revolution. Yet protesters here weathered the storm. Tens of thousands of pro-democracy demonstrators who flooded the central business district are waiting for China's next move.
I think it's the right of the people here to express what they want. I think that's a process. I don't know what the result would be.
The protesters have been stockpiling supplies and putting up makeshift barriers, worried police may move in to try to clear the roads. They're still demanding a meeting with Hong Kong's current leader, CY Leung.
I can say Hong Kong people are quite indifferent to politics, but why they come out to occupy the main road here simply because the Hong Kong government never hear us, never listen to us. That's why we come out.
The demonstrations erupted over China's plan to screen candidates for Hong Kong's elections 3 years from now. And they've come as Beijing marks an important anniversary. October 1st is Chinese National Day, marking the date the Communist Party founded the People's Republic of China in 1949. In a speech on the eve of the anniversary, China's president had a pointed message. All illnesses that harm the party's advanced nature and purity must be cured completely, Xi Jinping said, and all tumors growing on the healthy organism of the party removed. China sees the Hong Kong protests as an internal matter and is warning other countries not to get involved. But today, British Prime Minister David Cameron talked about the protests in the former British colony, which was handed over to China in 1997.
Universal suffrage really means that it is not just being able to vote, but it's having a proper choice.
China has already made it clear it won't reverse its decision on voting in Hong Kong. The protesters, for their part, say they aren't backing down either. One organizer here said they're looking at this struggle not as a battle, but as an ongoing war for democracy. Andrew Lee, CBC News, Hong Kong.
People around the world are seeing images of pro-democracy demonstrators flooding Hong Kong's central business district. But Chinese residents are getting a different version of what's going on. Chinese television showed this crowd of pro-Beijing supporters in Hong Kong last week, suggesting residents back the election changes. And that's been the only reference to any demonstrations in Hong Kong. All coverage of the pro-democracy protests has been blocked.